It's a huge test for Jake because the volume of Nate, the chin of Nate, and after I was one of the first guys after he fought Anderson, I'm like, now I can, at first, before he fought Anderson, I was like, I don't like the Nate Diaz fight for Jake's a terrible idea. He fought Anderson, looked good, showed some boxing IQ, was in there. He got hurt. He came back. He dropped Anderson Silva. I was like, oh shit, Nate's gonna be in some trouble. You can't watch that fight and think that Nate's not in trouble. They see the Tommy Fury fight, like, okay, so this is a good fight.
Ride through the city like Brennan Shaw. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Shaw. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Shaw.
What is poppin', family? Kids say fam, I say family. It is Monday, April 17th. How is everybody? You good? There's a reason if you're watching this right now on YouTube. If you're listening to it, you can't tell, but I have 2 pairs of nuts hanging off my eyes. Your boy's exhausted. My oldest son, who's 7, big T-Dog, he recently has asthma, and then I don't know if does anyone have asthma in there?
No.
He had an asthma attack at 1 a.m, which is pretty scary when your critter turns blue. So your boy was up till about 4 a.m, had to rush to the emergency room. And they gave him some, they do all these tests and calm him down and get his lungs back to normal. But no soccer today. No soccer today. So that's how it goes, man. Life of a dad. Hanging out at urgent care till 4 a.m. Hell yeah, dude. Right on. Asthma. Not fun. Fresh off the plane from Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Atlanta. Survived the Lenox Mall. And they also have one of my favorite steakhouses. Their little alley is fantastic. Chin came there. Chin came with us. We went to the Georgia Aquarium. We
got hooked up too. We had the behind the scenes tour, which is dope.
Yeah, it's fun, right? Mm-hmm. My boy Taylor Seacham, Seacham is like Seacham is basically like the Coca-Cola for fish products. Like they supply everyone. They're super great products, especially if you have home aquariums. I took this picture because I'm a nerd about this stuff. I'm way too into fish tanks. My fish are thriving. Their arowanas getting so big. Your boy's gonna have to upgrade his tank. It stresses me out. I think about it every day, all the time. Yeah, because it's so big, you have to get a giant tank. That's a straight manta ray there. They had a tank that was, I think, what did they say, 1.2 million gallons?
It was something insane, yeah.
And then I like, because we had like the behind the scenes tour because of our boy Taylor, but I like to see the setup, the filter systems they use, all these pipes and plumbs, the plumbing's pretty dope. And just how they get all the filter and all that stuff. And then the lights for the reef. So I started recently getting into saltwater tanks. Haven't pulled the trigger yet, looking at a Red Sea aquarium. So we'll see. It's a big commitment. Got to be honest, fellas. But the lighting to keep in nature, like in the ocean, those corals need to thrive in a certain kind of lighting. So you have to purchase those lights at your home. Well, just each light is around $1,000, probably $600,000. Look at their lighting just on one freaking aquarium.
And they were gigantic too.
Huge. Yeah. And I asked the tour guide, I'm like, hey, how much in lighting? He's like, I have no idea. Do you know anything about lights? I'm like, I know just for a home aquarium, one stupid little bulb is about $1,000. He's like, think what that is. I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know, $500,000 and just in lighting, just to get that tank popping. And that's their small tank. Gotta be honest, felt bad for the what was it, the white kind of whale things.
Oh, belugas.
The belugas.
Yeah, that was.
He's like, he's just big enough for them to turn around. I was like,
it sucked. Yeah, they're so cute too.
That's bumming me out, man.
Yeah,
it's tough. But shout out to Atlanta. Thanks for coming out, y'all. We had a clip coming up today about Atlanta and Bud Light. Should be a fun one. Had some great UFC fights over the weekend. Y'all must have forgot about Max Holloway, son. Y'all must have freaking forgot. This is one of those things that the UFC does, with Arnold Allen being undefeated in the UFC. Not undefeated overall. I think he lost once before this back in the day, but undefeated in the UFC. So kid's definitely a prospect. He's my dark horse still to become world champion. But the toss a young lion, a young London lion, Arnold Allen, to just a veteran who's been around forever, former world champion. And usually Usually it goes like it would Jon Jones, versus a guy like God, John fought all the old heads, like a Rampage, or if you look at John Chael, Lyoto Machida, Vitor Belfort, all those guys, the janitor, that was his first kind of test. For me, it was Gabriel Gonzaga. There's always it's the young lion versus the savvy vets. But one thing you're taking out of account here when you talk about Max Holloway is he's not one of those guys who are just, he's been around since 18? He's been around since he's 18, and we saw him develop in the UFC and become, one of the best to ever do it in the featherweight division, if not the best featherweight of all time. The fights with Volkanovski would beg to differ, but still, Max Holloway's been a staple of that division for how long, how many years? And I think the only non-title fight that he's lost was to Conor McGregor back in the day. So every time this dude fights, if he loses, it's only for a title. If it's not for a title, y'all in trouble. I don't care who you are. So I think the agenda here was to put over Arnold Allen over Max Holloway, but you're assuming that Max Holloway's over the hill, and he's not. He looked damn good. His output was ridiculous. He's facing a guy, probably the toughest matchup for Arnold Allen. Wasn't crazy about the matchup, to be honest, for Max Holloway. But then that was me assuming that Max Holloway has lost a step. He definitely has it. Also in that fifth round, which is the only round I gave to Arnold Allen, in that fifth round, you would probably have to say if that thing lasted another 10, 15 seconds, Max Holloway was going to finish him. Because at the end there, Allen lands a great, I think it was an elbow, and they're trading literally just caution to the wind, and then Max drops his ass. So that could, when he gets you hurt, he's going to get you out of there. So that could have got a little rough for Arnold, but it was, end of the round. Nobody really fights like that for an entirety of a round. But shout out to Arnold Allen. This is the best thing that happened for him. Could he beat a Volkanovski right now? No, he's just not there yet. So I think for Arnold, it's a good learning experience for him. He went 5 rounds with a world-class title contender, former world champion. This is good, man. And again, this isn't boxing. This isn't like other leagues where you lose one and, it's the end of the road. No, for Arnold Allen, all right, so he lost to Max Holloway. So he went to decision to Max Holloway. 49-46, I agree with. 48-47, I don't see that, but, these judges are morons. But 49-46 was fair, and the 2 judges got it right. So for Arnold Allen, just back to the drawing board, you're just not there yet. He has all the potential to be world champion. He's just not there yet. That's okay. That's okay. You could be homeboy who was 18, who fought on the main card last weekend, and it's tough to say that. Not there yet. That would even be acceptable at this point. It's like dude, you got to jump out of the UFC, get some experience, get some skill, then come back. For Arnold Allen, it's like, no, we got to tweak a few things. You're just not at the top forward level yet. You'll get there. He has all the skills to get it done. Has a granite chin. So does Max Holloway. That's the thing. Max Holloway and Arnold Allen hits like a Mack truck for a featherweight. He landed a left hook there, flush. He landed some knees, some elbows. Like Max Holloway's chin's ridiculous, man. Max Holloway looked amazing. The one that bummed me out, again, this is another, common theme here. You had Billy Quartillo, who I love. Billy's so much fun to watch. And before this Barboza fight, he's on a straight, rampage. With Edson Barboza, you don't know what you're going to get till Edson Barboza. That knee was just so picture perfect flush. I don't know anybody that wouldn't be knocked out by that. If you look how Billy's dealing with on Twitter, it's funny, man. It's so funny. It's so funny. He just, he's dealing with the way you should. Obviously, you're going to get the haters out there, but those people don't matter. And then with Billy, he's just taking it in, taking it in stride and having fun with it, and he'll get back on the horse. That kid's a fucking monster, man. You got a young line trying to take out Edson Barboza. He's been a staple of the featherweight division for how long? Shit happens. Not the end of the world. And do I think Billy is a better fighter than Edson Barboza currently right now? Yes. But you got caught with that knee. It happens. That's what happened. Edson Barboza is one of the best strikers to ever grace the octagon. Shit happens in this game. That's why it's the toughest sport to bet on. It's by far the toughest sport to bet on. If you talk to legit gamblers who make a living off gambling, they hate betting on the UFC. They absolutely hate it. Of course, yeah. There's too many ways to lose. For Billy, he lost probably the one way you could have lost. Knee to the fucking face flush. Yeah, dude, it's going to be a short night for you. My boy Justin Jacoby lost. That was a great fight, though. Cutelabra, Tanner Bozer, ridiculous fight. I'm assuming that got fight of the night. Because some of these I was able to watch in the green room in Atlanta, then some I had to watch this morning. So fight of the night, that Algeo and TJ Brown, that fight was phenomenal. Edson Barboza, Brandon Royval, Gillian Robertson, all deserving. The Brandon Royval, again, I told you guys this last week. How dare you put him on prelims on a fight night?
He might have heard you though, because that's what he said at the post.
Oh, did he?
Post-fight press conference. He's like, he was so pissed off to be at the prelims. Like, don't ever do it again.
It's so disrespectful. A guy of his skill level and what he's earned in the UFC to put him on prelims, and then look what he did to that dude. Ranked, demolished homeboy. Ridiculous. The knees, the elbows, ridiculous, man. Of course, Zach Cummins and Ed Herman retired.
Yeah, double.
Simultaneous retirement. I think Dana gave him both $50K, just being like, cool, thanks for the memories. Enjoy the CT, thanks for the memories. What are you going to do? That's not on Dana. I'm just being silly.
That's cool too, 50K. That's pretty
Yeah, that's cool. Our boy Clay Guida got a little bit of heat there, right? I'm sure you have in the current events because Clay Guida, we thought was going to retire and he used it to wish somebody happy birthday. Dana was not happy.
No.
Now, I didn't see this. I just saw that Dana was not happy. Let me see Clay Guida's take.
Here you go.
Are you walking away from the game? What do you say, Kansas City? Let me hear you guys. What do you say, Kansas City? DC, I tricked you guys. There ain't no way I'm walking away yet. I want to congratulate this young.
There's more in the beginning, but he took off his gloves. He made it seem like he's going to retire.
I was going to say, that's not too bad.
Yeah, but
that was like them forcing it on him, but he did the whole.
No, that was
took his gloves off, did the whole bit.
But Bill Algeo, the guy that was just kicking ass as well, he also pretended to retire. So there's two guys that pretended to retire. That's why Dana White was pissed off.
Yeah,
So
I'm with Dana. I don't like that shit, man.
Everything's going well. I got a beautiful wife. I got a beautiful baby boy at home. So I want to make this official announcement that I am not retiring, baby. Woo! They're going to have to drag my carcass out of here.
And then was that after Clay?
I don't know if I think Bill came in before.
Probably before.
Yeah.
So it was before. Yeah, Bill, and he got fight of the night, and the submission was ridiculous. That was such a good fight. That one I kind of vibe with because the Zach Cummins, Ed Herman double retirement, like that's the kind of that's fresh in everybody's mind. So Bill just played off that. Clay Guida to do it was like, dude, it just happened, dude. You can't do it back to back.
I know, it kind of ruins it.
Yeah, that was weak, dude. But I love Clay Guida. He can do no wrong in my book. Sucks he lost, though. Sucks he lost. Overall, good fight night, though. Ridiculous fight night. The UFC's been on fire lately, man, with that Asanya fight card. Now you got this fight night. Let's take a little break from the chatting about the fisticuffs, because guess what? This episode of The Shop Show is brought to you by my friends at Green Chef. What's Green Chef, Brennan? Well, I'm glad you asked. Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle. Look like Dana White. Forget the cleansing. Eat some Green Chef. Whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals, Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preferences. I do the protein because your boy has psoriasis, so I got to be easy on the carbs. All right? They have it all, man. You can choose from 30 recipes weekly with an option to mix and match meals from different whatever diet you're on. You can mix and match, right? If you're vegan one day, keto the next, we got you covered. Get everything you need at Green Market, our one-stop shop for quick breakfasts, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, and more. You can easily add on to your weekly order. And you're craving a little more servings of your favorite, now you can double the portions in your weekly order with just a single click. All right? Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. All right? It's super convenient. It's super easy. Bring more flavor to your table and your family this spring with Green Chef's wholesome, elevated recipes featuring seasonal organic produce and unique farm fresh ingredients like rainbow carrots, bok choy, and olives. That sounds nice. I'm starving right now. Go to greenchef.com/SHOB60. Use the code SHOB60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. All right? That's greenchef.com/SHOB60. The #1 meal kit for eating well, that's Green Chef. The NBA playoffs are here, and there's no media coverage on my Denver Nuggets, the number 1 seed, and Jokic should win the MVP, but people suck, and Embiid will probably do it. So that's going to fire up my boy Jokic. Watch the Nuggets take this whole thing until they probably run into Milwaukee, but we'll see. Either way, the NBA playoffs are here, and you need to bet on the action with my friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Get in on the excitement of every game with a touch of a button. New customers can bet $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if their team wins. Plus, everyone can score a no-sweat same-game parlay every day during the NBA playoffs. Open the DraftKings Sportsbook app, opt in, place the same game parlay on any NBA game. If it doesn't hit, you'll get a bonus bet back up to 10 buckaroos. The Lakers, Memphis is popping. I think you can bet on AD. It's always a safe bet with Milwaukee, and you know my Nuggets are getting it done. Sacramento's no punk either this year. The Knicks are doing the damn thing, so there's a lot to bet on. Download the app now. Sign up with the code SHAB-SHOW, SCHAB SHOW. New customers can bet $5 pregame moneyline bet and score $150 in bonus bets if your team wins. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with the code SHAB-SHOW. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in Massachusetts. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700 on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. 21 or older in most eligible states but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Thank you for making me read that. DraftKings. This weekend's fight card, not bad. Our boy Curtis Blaydes is fighting. Curtis Blaydes, I think, hands down, is the toughest matchup for Jon Jones. Now, they're not doing any favors fighting Sergei Pavlovich. They're not doing him any favors here. Nobody wants to fight this Russian Frankenstein, right? He hits like a Mack truck. Here's the caveat here, though. It's also, Curtis Blaydes is just a terrible matchup for anybody. He's in his prime. He's fought all comers. He's had some losses. He's learned from that. He's definitely gotten better since those losses. And then now, you know, you're given pretty much a bona fide striker. Like, this guy hasn't fought a lot of grapplers. He beat Tai Tuivasa, Derek Lewis, Maurice Green, you know, and then they have a common opponent, Alistair Overeem. See what Curtis Blaydes did to Alistair Overeem? You see him mollywop Alistair Overeem? Like, literally, big brother him. MTV bully beatdown. So, as much as they're not doing Curtis Blaydes any favors, they had nothing else to do with him right now with Jon and Stipe fighting. That's supposed to happen in Madison Square Garden, according to rumors. But I do think on paper, stylistically, Curtis Blaydes is by far the toughest matchup for Jon Jones. Gives him the most fritz, too. And Curtis Blaydes wants that fight. My God, does he want that fight. Curtis Blaydes, too, if you listen to him on Food Truck, I'm sure we'll put a clip up this week leading up to the fight. But Curtis Blaydes' only goal is to set the all-time takedown record in the UFC, and he's getting close. He's going to get a bunch of takedowns Saturday. So I got who's the favorite in that, Jen? I assume Curtis is a slight favorite.
Let's see.
Going downtown with a heater.
Yeah,
yep, minus 165. That's fair. I'll take that all day. Your boy Sung Yadong, underdog against Ricky Simone. I love Ricky, though. I'm taking Ricky. Brad Tavares, I think he's a dog. I'll take Brad. Yeah, Bobby Green, Jared Gordon. How about Jared Gordon? Didn't really take any hits. You know, the majority of the fan base thinks he beat Paddy Pimblett. They give him Bobby Green. That is not an easy fight for him. But Jared Gordon's a talented dude. Not mad at this fight night at all.
It's not bad at all.
God, talk about a throwback. Ronnie Yaya?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You got Usman fighting, not Kamaru, the giant Muhammad Usman. He's back at it. Fun card, though. The main card's definitely fun. Sergey, Curtis Blaydes, Song Yadong, Ricky Simone, Brad Tavares, Bruno Silva, Bobby Green, Jared Gordon. I'll take it. Not mad at it. This thing's going to get overshadowed, though, because you have biggest fight of the year in boxing by far. Even though it's early, it's still a little early. We're not even mid, right, of 2023? Not yet. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia is happening, folks. And it's happening this Saturday on Showtime pay-per-view. 9 p.m. Eastern, which means they won't fight to probably midnight Eastern, whatever. It's in Las Vegas, Nevada. They finally got it done. I can't tell you how excited I am for this fight because boxing, usually to get these guys, and they're both, I wouldn't say Ryan Garcia's in his prime yet. I'd say Gervonta is right now, but still Ryan's, he's getting there. And it's rare. Usually we get these fights when they're both, their nuts are hanging off the ground. They have calluses on their knuckles. So shout out to boxing for getting this done. Shout out to, no one's giving Ryan Garcia credit for this. Dude, the shit he had to give up in that contract to make this fight happen, this is what makes me hesitant for all those doubters out there doubting Ryan Garcia. Him giving up as much as he did with the rehydration clause and a bunch of other stuff that's not out there that I talked to Ryan about, he had to give up a shitload just to get this deal done. My argument there is for Gervonta Davis, if you're so confident, why are you putting all these stipulations in that contract in order to fight Ryan? And then for me, it's like, well, if Ryan agrees to this, which nobody ever would agree to all the stuff he agreed to get this fight done, there has to be something we don't know that he's seeing in Gervonta Davis' game. The guy's undefeated. I get it. There has to be something there in order to give up that much ground. Like, yeah, let's just I don't care. Whatever it takes. Yep, put it in. Yep, I'm down to do that. Rehydration clause, not a big deal. Let's do this. That too. You got it. Like, Gervonta Davis' team made it so damn impossible that most fighters would turn it down. Ryan went, I'm good with it. To me, geesh, the confidence of him and his team, it's Ryan Garcia, dude. There has to be something we don't know going down, They see some sort of chink in the armor there, but he's so confident in his skill set to get this fight done. Because on paper, Tank's a big favorite. What is he, Chin? Is he a minus 300, minus 400 at this point?
Let me double check.
Is it down to 2? Canelo minus 1,400.
Oh, there it is.
Can't wait for that one.
Gervonta's minus 270. Ryan's plus 205.
Yeah, and that goes to Ryan's popularity. The line moved pretty because he was, I think, started off as almost a minus 400. Which is a huge favor, especially with 2 undefeateds. Now they do have a common opponent. Ryan fought the guy a little later in his career. Ryan knocked him out in the first round. Tank got done the 8th round. There's just different styles. There is a way for Ryan Garcia to win this fight. I think part of the problem, too, what some of the knock on Ryan Garcia is you guys see him as this TikToker and YouTuber. You got to remember how young he is. So, yeah, the kid looks like a freaking dime piece and, looks like a young golden boy. He has a lot of similarities to Oscar De La Hoya, the golden boy, which obviously his reputation's a little tainted, but people forget how fucking good Oscar De La Hoya was, and Ryan Garcia's on that same path, minus the stockings and all that shit that came out, and the cocaine. But for Ryan Garcia, again, you guys get it twisted. Yeah, he's this YouTuber, he makes all this money off TikTok and all that stuff. That's just being a smart businessman, and he's keeping up with the times. That's why he's so popular, because he's really the face of boxing when it comes to that younger generation. So I don't knock him for that, but people confuse that and that silly shit with his skill level. He's been boxing since he was 7, 15-time world champ. Not easy, man. Not easy. From his Golden Glove, his amateur, this kid is a fucking monster. He's a monster, man. So, his Gatorade campaign, which is insane. First American boxer ever to appear on Gatorade. Yeah, that's all the social media and stuff like that. So they have a common opponent. Ryan did get him out of there first. That doesn't say too much. He did fight him later. Ryan has, out of the 2 of them, they're both undefeated, and they're both knockout artists. I would say Gervonta Davis is more powerful, is a scarier fighter to face. I'd say Ryan's the quicker fighter. Ryan's going to have to be on his bike. He's going to have to, for 12 rounds, we're facing a guy in Gervonta Davis who has that kind of power that you're born with. There's no gym, there's no coach, there's no bag you can work on to get that power. That is a God-given gift. Gervonta Davis has a God-given gift. Ryan Garcia has a God-given gift in his speed, but his power isn't anything we haven't seen. But when you combine the power with the quickness is when Ryan knocks people out. So I think, for this fight, there's a reason why Gervonta Davis is the favorite. Out of the 2, again, Ryan's the only one that's been knocked down. He got knocked down that Luke Campbell fight, right, which he went on to win, but it's the only time he's been knocked down. So we see that Ryan has a good chin. We don't know shit about Gervonta Davis' chin, and it will get tested in this fight. Ryan's too quick. He's going to land stuff. And in order for Tank to win this fight, he has to walk through some shit. And that shit is the quickness and speed of Ryan Garcia, which could leave him open. So we're going to find out, is Tank, I think, the pound for pound best right now, outside Canelo, but right now, is he pound for pound best right now? What's he like when he gets hit? If he does get knocked down, how does he recover? This fight ain't going to decision. If it goes to decision, I think Ryan wins. I think Ryan wins, and he can't give up rounds early either. You got to win those early rounds. You got to put that money in the bank early on, stay on your bike, outmaneuver him, use your quickness, and wait for Gervonta, who I think probably has a higher boxing IQ and has, a little more experience too when it comes to the big fights and the big pressure fights, and has faced tougher adversity. So I do think there's a way for Ryan to win. Not going to be easy. We need Tank to step out of pocket and make some mistakes, and you need Ryan to land with his speed and quickness. And even so, if that does land, the question is that enough to get Tank out of there? We haven't really seen Tank get hit. Haven't seen him get hit. Definitely haven't seen him get knocked down like Ryan. We've seen Ryan get knocked down, get back up, and finish the dude off in Campbell. So, there's a lot of questions to be answered here. Again, I go back to why in the world would Ryan Garcia's team, give up so much just to get this fight done? Everybody else scared of Tank Davis. Ryan Garcia's team sought out this fight. Not only did they see the fight, make it happen, but gave up many things that other fighters would refuse to. It would never happen. Look what's going on with Fury in that fight.
Usyk, yeah.
And Usyk. No, there's too much bullshit in that contract. Usyk wants 70-30 split in the rematch. So he's running into the fire. When most fighters run around it or try to navigate around it, do the whole PR thing, you got to give Ryan credit. He's running towards this, which is insane. Tank is no punk. So we're going to find out. I'm rooting for Tank. I'm rooting for Ryan. I'm rooting for Ryan all the way. I'm a homer. I'm biased. Ryan's my boy. I think he can get it done if it has to be the best performance of his life. The very best. I think they do run this fight back 2 or 3 times. But there's some other guys out there too. There's a lot of other guys out there that we want to see Ryan Garcia fight. And I think Ryan has that personality like the old school guys where they make fights happen that the fans want to see. That's why I like Ryan. So I think for boxing, it'd be better if Ryan won because he's going to fight those other guys. He's down to make those fights happen, whatever it takes, just so the fans see who is the best, who's the perennial, no question, undisputed world champion. Because right now, we don't know because they have these belts, but they haven't fought the top guys. They just haven't. Ryan's down to make that happen. When boxing, over time, they used to do this, but now recently with all the belts, they kind of run from each other. There's a reason you don't get although they did announce it, but the Crawford-Spence fight, think how long that took. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Usyk, Fury, they run from each other. It's the problem with boxing. Ryan Garcia's cut from a different cloth. He's been doing this since he was 7. My favorite part is when you listen to these boxing analysts go, Gervonta was doing a lot longer. He started when he was 5. It's like, well, Ryan started when he was 7. Do you think those 2 years really make that big of a difference when you're 5 to 7? So I'm excited for it though, man. I'm super excited for it.
Real quick on the Fury and Usyk. I remember it was supposed to be 70-30, and then the rematch clause, I think Usyk wanted 50. If Usyk won, he just wants 50-50, which is great, but they turned it down or something like that.
No, it was, so it's backwards. So the first fight was 50-50. Second fight was 70-30. And Fury
really, sure?
Yeah, Fury was like, get the fuck out of here.
That sounds insane.
Like, I'm the
I thought
name.
it was all the way around.
Yeah, no. You might be right, Jim, but that's what I thought was the problem because I'm pretty sure, it was the holdup was in the rematch clause. This episode of The Shop Show is brought to you by my longest partnership of all time. Talk about On It, the best supplements on planet Earth. They have the best nootropic on the planet, and they can get it to you however you want. You want the instant one-shot alpha instant? We got you. You want put in 8 ounces of water so you get the instant alpha brain hit? You got you. You want just a regular alpha brain like everybody else is taking? They've sold over 1 million bottles. Go ahead and do that. Great. No return necessary. They'll refund your money if you don't love it, but you're going to love it. But I use the black label, the Alpha Brain Black Label, heavy on the brain. I love it. Helps support cognitive functions, including memory, mental speed, and focus. I need all the help I can get. Aids in mental processing. It's caffeine-free. free, helps get you to the flow state. All right. It helps you remember names, focus on complex tasks, think more clearly under stress, you react a little more quickly, like Ryan Garcia, perhaps. On It also offers the best fitness gear in the world: kettlebells, steel club maces, sandbags, yoga mats. And you need protein powders, you need warrior bars, you need MCT oil, you need some shroom tech, whatever you need. On It has the best supplements. They also have on-demand workouts, streaming fitness. No need to go to gym. You can stream it from your phone, your tablet, whatever you want. On-demand streaming fitness with On It. All right. So if your thick ass can get in better shape, let On It help you get you there. Onnit.com/shop. Receive 10% off everything I mentioned about Alpha Brain, all sorts of Alpha Brains, the instant, the quick shot, the Alpha Brain Black. You save 10% off all of it. Onnit.com/shop, SCHAUB. You're welcome. Last read, then we're back to the chatter. Listen, you guys know me. I only recommend products that I actually use on a daily basis. This next product is one I use on every single episode. Whether you're watching the Shop Show, Golden Hour, Firing the Kid, I'm doing stand-up, I'm doing somebody else's podcast, just in life, I'm using the best kratom on the planet, and it's from Happy Hippo. This stuff helps you tackle your busy schedule, helps you get stuff done. It gives you just that nice feeling, balance, a good mood feeling, and it helps get you focused on whatever you're trying to accomplish in your life. And you can get kratom, and I know kratom can be a little dicey, but you can trust Happy Hippo. That's why I ride with Happy Hippo. All right? They have the instant shots I have here. This is the sour apple. I like sour apple. I like the butterscotch, the instant kratom shot straight to the dome. They have pills, gummy, powder, however you want to get your kratom. Get it from Happy Hippo. Trust your boy here. Go to happyhippo.com. Thick23 is the promo code. You save 20% off for life. Share it with your friends. Use it as many times you want for the best kratom on the freaking planet. That's happyhippo.com. Promo code THICK with 3 C's, 23, 20% off. Happyhippo.com. Let's get back to the program. What do you got for me, Jen?
Alrighty.
We're
So we
going
talked about
downtown.
pretty much
A
all
lot
of
of
this
rain
already.
today. A lot of coffee.
Let's go to. Oh, so what'd you think about Max Holloway's call out of all people, Korean Zombie?
It feels like I may be a phenomenal fight, you know, and I see what Max is doing, you know, it makes sense, and he'd definitely be a favorite in that fight. So Korean Zombie, that is the only guy in my time with older guys that I didn't get to fight. I get that. I would love that fight. There's a fight in my agent's country.
Australia.
My agent's country?
He's probably his manager agent guy.
Australia coming up. Australia's supposed to be happening sometime. We don't know when. And if Korean Zombie wants to get it, he can get it. He can get it. I get it. You know, they came up kind of similar time. I would like the fight. Max would be a huge favorite.
I mean,
it's just weird to call out an older guy like that. It's a gimme fight for Max too. And maybe he looks at divisions like, what, I just keep hanging around beating up guys less famous than me that are tougher fights? You want the biggest name, the easiest fight possible. I'm not saying Max looking for easy fights, but this would be one of them. Max demolishes Korean Zombie. Demolishes.
I mean, as much as I obviously am a fan of Korean Zombie,
you're a homer.
But if I had to, like, of course I think Max will win. But dude, their styles would make such an amazing fight, dude.
Yeah, fight of the night. That could be on a pay-per-view all day or a main event on fight night. Oh, damn, like Korean Zombie doing the damn thing.
He posted this video afterwards in English, by the way.
Let's go, brother.
That's it?
Holloway, if you want to fight me, anytime, anywhere, let's go, brother.
That's a great fucking fight. For both Korean Zombie too, there's not many left in the chamber, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. It makes sense for both guys because go to the division, go to that featherweight division. So yeah, Volkanovski, who I don't see anybody beating him. It's just not happening.
Nah.
So then you got Max at 2. So the number 1 guy, Yair's fighting. You got Ortega, they've already fought. He beat Arnold Allen at 4. You got Josh Emmett, who has a tough fight coming up. Chen Sung Jung, there he is. Calvin Kattar, he fought. What else are you going to do? Like, if you're Max, you want to take control of your career, what else are you going to do? Makes sense. He's still ranked 6. Big card, big name, perfect style fight.
I like it.
Max eats his ass like
I'm so
Korean
scared for
barbecue, though.
I know. Scared for Zombie, but it'll
the
be
way
a dope fight.
the way you eat fucking prime rib on that Korean grill, that's what Max would do to Korean Zombie. Although Korean Zombie's no punk, right?
No,
It's like
I mean, he
Max
always comes
fucking
out.
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
But I'm with Max. Like, you look at the lineups, like, all right, you got Yair there, you got Volkanovski, which, And then Volkanovski, like, damn, Max, quit beating up contenders, dude. I have no one to fight if you keep beating up all these young lions. Like, I need contenders. Because if Volkanovski, let's say he destroys Yair, which I think he does. Let's say he destroys Yair. All right, Arnold's lost. So Arnold's going to have to win at least 2 more before he gets title shot. He fought Brian Ortega. He's fought Max Holloway 3 times. Then say he beats Yair. You got Josh Emmett sitting there. Josh has a very tough fight coming up. Can't do Korean Zombie. Can't do Calvin Kattar. You know, it's like Topuria is probably the dark horse there. Wins 2, you know. That division is tough. So you have a dominant champion, Volkanovski. Super dominant. Interesting.
All right. The biggest news over the week was the announcement of Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz.
I love this.
Boxing.
I love this. And this is what we're talking about. So, you know, last week I was talking about Francis Ngannou, where it's a mistake if he goes anywhere else, any other organization, just for MMA, and doesn't land that big key boxing fight. Him leaving was a mistake. Now he might make a few more $1 million or a few more $100,000. I don't know the difference. But if you don't get the fuck you fight, boxing fight with Deontay Wilder, whoever it is, Wilder, Fury, we haven't heard anything on that. Then you made a huge mistake. For Nate to leave, and then shortly after he leaves, and you know, he couldn't announce anything because of the UFC legal shit. But as soon as he could, there's negotiations going on. So Nate retires. Nate stays active on social media, so he's still in our face. He's talking shit about fighters. He's still his name's still at the top of our minds. He retires, and then shortly after, boom, Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. Yeah, I made the right choice. Hell yeah, dude. Get yours. Get yours. It's an interesting fight. This is the thing. As soon as I saw this on Twitter, people think I'm talking shit. No, I'm not at all. I think it's Jake's toughest fight. I think it's tougher for him than Tommy Fury. But the narrative on Jake is all his fights are fake and they're set up, and we know he knows who's going to win. You know, he's not a real boxer. Okay, cool. Well, do you think in any fucking facet there's enough money in this world that they could pay Nate Diaz to take a fall against Jake Paul? If you're a fan of Nate Diaz or Nick Diaz, you know the Diaz brothers would not compromise. They do not play that shit. They're set financially, especially Nate. Super set after the Conor stuff. But do you think in any fucking facet that Nate would be willing to take any sum of money, $500 million, not a chance. I don't think Jake could pay him that much, but let's say he could. You think Nate would take that hit on his legacy to lose to a YouTuber? Not a chance. So at what point do you guys have to go, all right, that narrative, that lie isn't working anymore? Because if it was working, he would beat Tommy Fury, right? If it was working, he wouldn't fight a Nate Diaz. So that doesn't work. So like I always say, when the hate doesn't work, they start telling lies. But that lie definitely doesn't work here. If you know anything about the Diaz brothers, there's not any amount of money that you could offer them where they're going to take a fall in a fucking fight against a YouTuber. You're out of your mind. This is the real fucking deal, man. You guys got to quit with that stuff. And it's a huge test for Jake because the volume of Nate, the chin of Nate, and after I was one of the first guys after he fought Anderson, I'm like, now I can, at first, before he fought Anderson, I was like, I don't like the Nate Diaz fight for Jake's a terrible idea. He fought Anderson, looked good, showed some boxing IQ, was in there. He got hurt. He came back. He dropped Anderson Silva. I was like, oh shit, Nate's going to be in some trouble. You can't watch that fight and think that Nate's not in trouble. They see the Tommy Fury fight, like, okay, so this is a good fight. Are there odds out yet?
Should be, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I assume Jake's a slight favorite. And it's 8 rounds?
I think it is 8 rounds, and it's at 185.
12 rounds would be better for Nate.
Yeah, minus 275 for Paul, and then Nate's at plus 215.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea to put some money on Nate.
Is this a fight companion too? What do you think?
When is it?
I think August. So it's way ahead. August 5th, I think it is.
That's a fight companion. Yeah. Nate Diaz? Jake? Fuck yeah, it's a fight companion.
And they usually fight on Sundays, but I don't know if August 5th is a Sunday or not.
It is August. Football season starts in Yeah, I think first game's in September. You're dealing with preseason. They don't want to take on any UFC.
No, it's a Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Yeah.
When they're fighting.
Yep.
Perfect.
August 5th.
Perfect.
Alrighty. The other big news over the weekend. I mean, you called this already too. Oh, no, over the weekend, last week, but you called it. So Alex Pereira, he made an announcement on his YouTube channel that he's moving up to 205. Not because he can't make 185 anymore. So he says, yeah, he said he already did enough. You know, he got the championship, so he wants to do something else.
Brilliant. And he's a great, phenomenal fighter. And at light heavyweight, good fucking luck at light heavyweight. Good luck. Those guys up there, good luck.
Yeah.
Magomedov, kick rocks, nerd. He's the only guy. Anybody else, good fucking luck to all of them. Magomed, You're not, this isn't for you. But the rest of them, Yuri, Hill, Jan, Rakic, Anthony Smith, Krylov, Johnny Walker, call him out, Vulcan, good luck. Good fucking luck against that guy at light heavyweight, not cutting all that weight. Good luck, man. He's going to dominate. It's brilliant. Brilliant. I can't wait to see it. I'm not mad if they gave him Johnny Walker for the first fight. Just give us a little taste what he's like at 205. And I think it'd be smart for him too. Like, let's see how it feels at 205. Because Johnny Walker's not like a world beater yet. He's 7, and he's getting his shit back together, working at SPG.
Kavanaugh, yeah.
He's kind of getting his shit together, but still, he's not the same as like a Jan or Magomed or Rakic or Yuri or even Jamal Hill. He's he's not on that level yet. So I like it. Slow build. Because you put him at the title shot, it's like, all right, Jesus Christ.
All right, you mentioned this earlier, how Dana White, or not Dana White, but Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic is going to be moved to MSG. And later in the fall, the original date was July, but something happened, and there was like rumors that Dana was trying to get in touch with
Jon Jones just MIA.
Disappeared, yeah. So Stipe posted, Stipe posted this, and this is from Pat McAfee's show, I think. Yeah. Give me one sec.
And poof, he's gone again. Jon Jones goes back underground, and and let me know when the Stipe fight's done. And he is a fascinating, talented artist to deal with.
So you have not heard from him since?
Wow, I haven't heard a word out of him.
Yes,
John's all peace, deuces, bitch. I'm gonna enjoy this win.
So this was Stipe said.
Good for John. And then Stipe put weird because last month you said I was the one running. Hilarious. They just need a fucking fight, don't they?
Yeah. And then Jones.
I lay low for a few weeks and then you convince yourself that I'm afraid of you. Whatever you need to tell yourself, old timer.
And then this was.
How cool would it be to spend my retirement fight dominating the greatest heavyweight of all time in my home state at Madison Square Garden? That doesn't mean it's getting done, does it?
And then a fan wrote this and he wrote back.
Chill, I'm not ready for retirement. Okay, my bad. I'll keep fighting.
Yeah.
They just need a fucking fight.
Yeah, I'm down with waiting until fall. July would have been awesome, but whatever.
July's the move. Let's be real. Just get. Also, John, how much you were out for 3 years? You had the easiest fight of your career. You beat the guy in a minute. You didn't get touched. What are we recovering from? Get to fucking work, dude. or what I think's going on is he's just over it, and he's like, yeah, I'll get when I can. Like I'm good, man. Like,
over it?
I only have 2 fights left. There's no reason to knock out all.
Oh, we're in a rush.
In a rush.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fight once or twice a year. I'll fight. I fought Gon early. Now I'll fight Stipe when I can. Fight Stipe. That'll be his last fight this year. The next year, maybe it's Curtis Blaydes, or if they can negotiate with Francis, and that's it, man. I think this just shows you that John maybe has 2 or 3 left, max 3. I think probably 2. If not 1. He could be Stipe. If he's acting like this after a minute, didn't get touched.
Yeah.
I think it'd be because you'd be chomping at the bit.
I mean, could it be like, I don't know, contract stuff as well, just more money?
No, deal's over.
Deal's over?
They've already made the deal.
All right, so this is a rumor that's been floating around for this weekend, at least. A lot of people.
They got us.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying
a lot of people text me, and I told you, I'm like, did you hear about Shavkat and Tony Ferguson?
We're like, this is impossible.
You were like, no. I'm like, what? That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, but
Shavkat didn't make sense.
No, but it kind of did if you say 170 in the
Well, again,
the fight
it's the young line, and they're getting the old line. You know, he don't want to put out the pasture.
Yeah.
That's what's going on there. So here's the thing. Yeah, it's a terrible matchup, but it's like, yeah, doesn't surprise me if they do it. Like, it's fucked up. I guarantee you, Tony would take the fight. Tony don't give a flying
Insane.
fuck.
Yeah, but people referenced or they tagged Brett. It was like the source was Brett Okamoto, and of course everyone
That's what
trusts Brett
sold me.
Okamoto. Exactly.
Well, yeah, Brett is Dana's right hand man. It used to be Ariel, now it's Brett. So it's like when I saw the tag, but I think because I don't see a lot of social media. So I saw when my friends were texting me, I'm like, "Who'd you hear from?" They're like, Brett Okamoto. I'm like, "Oh, that's it. That's legit." Chinna was few Tiger Thick Steve. He's like, "No, absolutely no. Why would they do that?" Like, I don't know. Brett Okamoto said it.
Madness.
That's the internet.
And this is also a rumor, but so Hamza, and this is by your boy Chael. I think Chael announced this a potential matchup between
Yeah, I think
Hamza and Paulo
someone in the
Costa.
UFC, by someone I mean probably Dana, feeds it to Chael, and then Chael runs with it.
And then people get excited and stuff.
Yep. Very smart, very calculated.
All right. This is a bummer.
I get the news of like Shavkat and Tony Ferguson. They're like, yeah, there you go. I'm like, thanks, man.
Yeah,
This one.
This is a bummer.
hurts
So
my
Charles
heart.
Oliveira, Beneil Dariush. I guess Charles has an undisclosed injury.
Poor Dariush, man.
I
God
know.
Dang it.
But
dude.
at least for now, it seems like they're rebooking it for.
That means the injury
289.
can't be too bad.
Yeah. So just a month difference. But yeah, Beneil. It sucks for Beneil.
Yeah.
Here's a bout announcement: Brandon Moreno versus Pantoja 2. Brandon lost their first fight.
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. But then they're fighting at UFC 290 in July.
I'll take it.
Alrighty. Davison Figueiredo versus Manel Kape.
Don't like it. I wanted Figueiredo versus my boy, who we just had on food truck, Corey Sandhagen.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay.
why Corey wanted that too.
So Davison's supposed to go down. Oh, I'm sorry. He's supposed to go up, but he's going to stay at flyweight right now for this fight. Yeah.
Oh, it's that fly. Okay, so
yeah.
he's doing one more at flyweight and then going. Okay.
So, yeah, it wouldn't have happened anyways, but yeah. Then let's go to... Oh, this was just kind of a silly one. As soon as Jamal Hill found out that Alex Pereira is going to go up to light heavyweight, he posted this video here.
He's funny on the gram, huh?
Yeah. So basically it
funny.
means welcome. Can't wait to see you. It's like come knock on my door or something like that. And then hold on a sec. And then Pereira responded, I'm coming to kick your door in.
Yeah, it's a good fight for Alex. But I just don't think Alex can come off. It's tough because I don't think Alex can come off a loss to Izzy and then jump in and fight for a title. I think the Johnny Walker makes the most sense. Then you win that one, then it's title shot.
So just one. At
just
least
one.
Yeah.
Just like Hamzat at middleweight. We need one. Paulo Costa makes all the sense. Beat him, who's been a perennial top 5 guy. You mop the floor with him. All right, title shot.
Yeah. And the back and forth between both of them will be awesome.
It's gonna be great. Yeah. Awful fight for Paulo.
I know.
Awful fight.
Yep, I agree.
Awful fight. UFC's like, yeah, no doubt, man. We'll give you this huge contract. Here's Hamzat, though.
I know.
You know, it's like, oof.
Okay, so this was interesting. Habib Nurmagomedov posted his GOAT, greatest of all time 15 list.
Hey, here's my thing. Do you think Khabib really made this list? Just gonna throw that out. You think Khabib's sitting down and you know how long this would take? First of all, you're
Why would
talking
he even care to do it,
45 minutes to go through all this shit.
Yeah.
So this is Khabib, quote unquote, Khabib / managers top 15 GOATs. Number 1 is a tie between Fedor and Jones. That's fair. Number 2, GSP. Number 3, Anderson Silva. Number 4, DJ. Number 5, DC. 6, Henry Cejudo. Jose Aldo. Kamaru Usman. Adesanya at 9. BJ Penn. Royce Gracie. Couture. Kane tied. Hendo Shogun tied. Crow Cop 14. Dominic Cruz. Frankie Edgar 15. Okay.
Do you think the misspellings of some of the names is to make it more authentic
Yeah.
looking?
Yeah. So we buy into it
Yeah.
more, but you're not fooling anybody.
Yeah. And then
And DC put your number one champ of all on the list. You are the only undefeated guy, 29-0 undefeated. Yeah, look his resume though, DC.
yeah, so Connor responded to that, obviously. And then this is what Connor said.
In the end, it's who's left. Don't forget, God bless.
People who didn't retire after they,
Yeah.
who's still in the game.
Real
number one.
real MMA goes number one, McGregor, number two, Jones, and then the rest is whatever.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I don't get how you don't have Volkanovski on that list. I guess if he beat
He didn't.
Makachev. That list is funny though. Definitely not him writing it though, right? You guys know this.
You're right. No Volkanovski. What the hell? All right. Okay, let's go to. This is cool. Robbie Lawler versus Rory McDonald from UFC 189. They're going to join the fight wing of the
that
UFC
fight
Hall
was
of Fame.
Insane.
Just their personalities, everything was awesome.
Nuts, dude.
Yeah.
That fight changed the trajectory of Rory McDonald's career.
Yeah. Indeed.
Sometimes you leave a little piece of yourself in there.
So it turns out when Israel was talking about someone, didn't want to say the name, it was that guy Dricus Du Plessis.
Yeah.
Dricus Du Plessis, because they're both from Africa. There's like this.
He said I'll drag his carcass all through South Africa.
So it started becoming this weird thing. Like I think Israel Adesanya and Kamaru Usman took it as in because there's white Africans, South Africans, and there's also black ones, and they're maybe thought like something was
It was a race thing?
Yeah, somehow it kind of.
Why'd it have to be a race thing?
That's why. Yeah, I doubt it is, but that's how
They took it? What'd they say? I'm not interested in seeing this fight at all. I know his coach was like, yeah, he got his nose fixed and he can breathe better now.
Oh, that was another thing too. He said that he can breathe like 8%.
Oh, really?
8% oxygen through each nostril.
What stat gave you that?
And then a doctor refuted it immediately. You'd be dead if that was the case. Yeah.
Yeah, doctor's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So you won't say my name. That's smart. You better not. I don't need your airtime at all. I have my whole continent of Africa behind me. Oh, you think you're more popular in Africa than Israel? Okay. Go enjoy your very spectacular victory at home in New Zealand. UFC Africa is far from being done at least another year. I'll meet you in neutral ground this year. If you still feel so strongly after facing me, I take your belt home. I'll give you another chance to come and try and face me on my home, capital, my home, Greenbow, Alabama. My home soil of Africa. We are Africa. We fear nothing, certainly nobody. Hashtag still Knox. Hashtag we are Africa. Hashtag proudly African. Hashtag proudly Southern African. Hashtag green and gold. Hashtag world champions. Hashtag we are one. Hashtag Africa for the win. Hashtag UFC gold coming home to Africa. Hashtag we fear no man have. Hashtag Africa again.
He's pushing the Africa thing because his point was like because he literally lives there, trains there, and Israel's not.
Israel's in New Zealand.
So he's like, if I get the belt, then I'll be the actual person,
the first African champion. Yeah.
Which is like, why are you pushing it that hard though? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think maybe because he wants.
Here's the thing: he has a good chance to get this title shot. More power to him. I like what he's doing. I'd do exactly what he's doing. The 8% thing really was just ridiculous. I mean, it's so stupid.
Even he said like his coach said his own thing.
It was his coach. His coach like, yeah, you don't think he can beat Izzy because his cardio? It's like, yes, cardio is not great. You can only breathe. He can't even breathe. How about that? He can't breathe. And we got him surgery and he can breathe now, so he's going to do better, okay? It's like, hey, coach, you're in charge of his cardio, right? Let's work on that. But you look at the contenders, there's not much left for Izzy at middleweight, so this could definitely happen.
What do you think of this fight card? I guess a lot of people, some people in the media might as well be saying this, but the UFC 288 pay-per-view main card, they're saying is like a really weak card. And this is like the
for $80 super weak card. Yeah, fans are right. So for what we're used to, like compared to that Izzy pay-per-view card, now they all can't be gangbusters like they used to be back in the day because UFC has to put on so many fights. Aljo Henry, I just paid alone $80 just to watch.
I think they're worth it.
Jessica Andrade, Jon, okay, own stuff. Drew Dober, who I absolutely love. Matt Pereira,
that's cool.
That's a good fight. Mofsar, Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell just dropped a groundbreaking flat Earth documentary.
Really?
Yep. Featuring my boy Eddie Bravo, so that's going to go over great with the fans.
Sweet.
Chrome Gracie, who I love to see. I'm not mad at it, but again, it's not. I get how fans can be upset. Like I would honestly say from outside Aljo and Henry being this, super fight, the rest of those fights could definitely be on a fight night. Like if that was a fight night, I'd be like, oh, that's a good card. Even that you wouldn't pay $80 for it, but you're paying $80 for Aljo and Henry Cejudo. That's no knock on anybody else. It's just what, Someone said outside of Aljo's steamroller, this is horrifying. Dude, horrifying? This card mid as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm listen, I watch it all. I pay for whatever. There's some great matchups. Steamroller is fantastic. Drew Dober, that's a great fight. That should be a main event on a fight night.
Yeah, that's what I agree with. All right, so this is pretty cool. This is from, once again, Sandhu MMA. This is a post from Israel on February 26th, 2022. Let me see this now.
What's it say?
April 8th, the greatest comeback in like middleweight history or something like that. When he's going to
April 8th, the greatest comeback in sports history is written by me. Ooh,
he wrote it on his mirror. Yeah, last year.
This guy goes, does he post this if he lost? God damn, dude, you must be great at barbecues. Jesus Christ.
He posted it already.
Yeah.
In February, so yeah.
Do we see this if he lost? No, dude. Why did you post that? It'd be terrible.
Here's some quick ones that
Be inspired, you cuck.
I know, that is super inspiring.
Yeah, it's dope.
His win was just
boy, and Izzy just
inspiring.
lighting up the haters. Just like, have you seen him on Twitter? Just he'll screenshot and just like, because before the fight they're saying all this shit and he'll just screenshot and be like, really dumbass, just lighting them up.
People are MMA fan base. Some are fucking amazing, but some of them are actual dicks to where they will message them like, "Hey, you fucking suck." You like, what the?
Like, I lost my bet, you piece of shit.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
You owe me $70. I can't feed my lizards this week. It's like, okay, dude, maybe you shouldn't have bought lizards if you're banking on fucking Pereira beating Izzy.
It's just it's lame.
Yeah, it's the most toxic fan base. It is what it is.
So this is Merab Dvalishvili doing some sort of challenge. No, this is a challenge. It's like Kilfie, like when they do selfies on ledges and on like
they call them Kilfies.
That's what I heard.
That is dark.
But why is he doing this? So he got a lot of shit for this.
Yeah, it's just silly. At least he's small.
So he's on top of a building somewhere on the edge.
This dude just doing for whatever for the gram. Why is buddy laughing like that though?
I mean, what else can you do? I watched this part.
Oh, I don't like any of that.
Terrible.
No, I just what the pros cons. Pros, you get 14,000 likes. Cons, you fall and die.
So this was on. I follow Dana White on Instagram. He did this post about the doctor or whatever that helped him with his life.
Who's like, I did your blood work. You're gonna die November 1st, 2029. And Dana's like, holy shit, take all my money. Say more.
So the doctor recommended, or I'm not sure he's even a doctor. It's like
here's my thing with all this. I know where you're going. Here's my thing with if Dana, Dana 53 is shred.
Yeah, you'll see here.
Might want to listen to him, even though the guy clearly the doctor's a fucking magician
or a health guy. I'm not sure if he's a doctor.
I don't know what the fuck. Whatever he's doing, it's fucking working. Dana looks great.
He does.
So it's like, all right, this guy got $600 to burn, and Dana White has a deal for you. What is it?
So this is like a body cleanse thing that same guy, doctor or health guy expert, recommended for Dana, and Dana loves it. So he made this post. He said he's not making he has no skin in the game or anything, but he just wanted to promote this post. But then you see his body here in this post.
Oh, Dana posts his body?
Yeah.
I've documented my journey that I've had with Gary Brecka. This guy's literally changed my life in 10 months. I'll be with him a year in June. And my blood work is perfect, physically and mentally, and in every way that you can be good, I'm good. And I always wanted to do a cleanse. And before I was with Gary, I had all these problems. I was on medication. I'm on no doctor's meds anymore. I had insomnia. I had sleep apnea. I snored bad. All this stuff is gone. I could go on for 15 minutes about all the things that he's fixed that was wrong with me. but I've always wanted to do a cleanse. And I never, you hear all this stuff out there, cayenne pepper, lemons, and all this bullshit. Gary told me about this cleanse that he found. He says it's the best in the world. The company is called Zen Cleanse, right? And this one is the colon. This one does the colon. And then this one here, which is called the rainbow, does the colon, the liver, and the gallbladder.
I could probably use some of that.
And
If it works.
it was an incredible experience for me. I fasted from a Friday to a Monday and only did the cleanse. And, I'm going to show you some pictures here of me during the cleanse. This thing was so good. I'm not being paid for this. I got no skin in this game. I bought 10 of each now. I bought 10 of each of these to give to friends.
So basically, he said he bought 10 of them to give family and friends, and then you saw his body there.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be like, I do it 10 weeks in a row. I don't eat. Yeah, he looks great. It's hard to argue.
Yeah, at his age,
That's
too.
cool if it's a cleanse, but $600 for a cleanse?
I went to the website. I saw like bundles for 1,000 something, and then some were like $264 if you just wanted the single thing.
And it's 4 days?
Some are a month long. Some are, it just depends.
Fuck cleansing for a month.
But I mean, do you believe in cleanses? 'Cause I remember reading
cleanses.
about some people say like that's not real, and some people say it is.
I don't
real.
know.
Yeah,
Proof's in the pudding. Look at Dana White. Look at that.
he
dick
does
root.
look good, man. Yeah, there's
looks
no doubt
great.
about that.
53 too.
There you go. That seems to hold on one sec.
Those were fun, Chin.
Thanks, dude. There was one more. Oh, this is Darren Till calling out all these different boxers right here. Carl Froch.
Is a long-nosed twat. Rocky Fielding is a big lanky shithouse. Tommy Fury is a fat fucking juice head, and Joe Joyce is a fat miserable cunt. All can get it. Let's go, trolls. Fucking shithouses. Yeah, Till being Till.
And then Rocky Fielding did call him out, though.
Let's see who is one then. July, August, Echo Arena. However many rounds and minutes you want. Let's go.
And he is 30-3.
Oh, yeah, that guy's going to be a problem. Yeah, that guy's going to be a fucking nightmare for
Till,
Till.
yeah.
That'd be a bad idea for Till. I don't know why Till's calling out Rocky Fielding. That'd be a terrible idea. Is that it?
That is it.
All right, kids, enjoy Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis this Saturday. You have Pavlovich and our boy Curtis Blaydes going down as well. So enjoy the fights. All right? That's it, man. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Love you. Be safe. Be nice to each other. Till next time, I'm out.